tastes good. Hello my beautiful bugs, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brooke. I am a fashion lover, a makeup lover, and a proud mother to a sophisticated cat named Snoop. Today, it is one day closer to Halloween. So that means I'm going to be showing you many different things. And I'm also going to be trying many different things. I have never done any type of SFX makeup before, so today we're going to be trying some SFX makeup. I have the Resident Evil kit by Mehron makeup, so if you like what we got and you want to see how we got here, stay tuned.
And let's get started.
Before you do anything, you need to moisturize your dry, mother-fluffing face. I know you didn't do that today. After my skin is prepped, I'll be taking a white eyeliner pencil and mapping out what I want on my face. At the moment, I'm just outlining my eye sockets, just drawing a circle around my eye pretty much. Also, did y'all notice I shaved my eyebrows completely off? Now I'm drawing a line from the end of my nostril down my cheek, kind of making a really big frowny face line. For our SFX portion, we will be using Mehron's Sin Wax. First, I'll be applying a big layer of Spirit Gum. Spirit Gum is a skin-safe prosthetic glue. Sin Wax tip: I found putting a silicone primer on my fingers while handling the wax prevents the wax from sticking to my fingers. Basically, I molded the wax into a thick snake, then pressed the edges to make one side more flat and the other side more like lettuce leaf looking, I guess. Then applied it to my face where I put the Spirit Gum, and I began to press the edges into my skin with my finger and the end of a brush. Then I repeated this process down my cheek and the other side of my face, of course. I then took the end of a skinny brush and began to open up my new skin flaps. That sounds really disgusting. Just by slightly lifting the wax. I wanted it to look like my mouth was ripped off in a way, or at least like the top layer of my flesh was ripped off. And I just began to do the process exactly where my eyebrows would have been, and I applied Spirit Gum, molded the wax while I waited for the glue to be tacky. Once it was tacky, I stuck it on and began to try blending it into my skin with my fingers. Now I'm taking white liquid makeup and applying that all over my face and the prosthetics. To get the quickest coverage, I used a sponge, then went in with a detailed brush to get all of the crevices of my wax because my wax is not perfect whatsoever. Now I'm taking my Mehron Basics Wheel Paint Palette, digging into the black paint on a small brush and outlining my eye. Jumping back to the little palette, I'll be going into the red and filling in the rest of my eye, also blending the red with the black. Once this is all blended, the black will look like a shadow. Now I'm going to be filling my mouth hole with red. I will also be putting red on my nose to really capture the effect that my face was torn. Digging in the black paint again, we are going to add dimension to the mouth flaps. Don't we love that word? I'm also applying the black to the inside of the flaps because, as you can see, it still has this beigey color under there. I will also be applying some black to the bottom of the nose to get maximum torn, flappy effect. Taking the red one more time and blending out the harsh black to make it look like a shadow. Now I'm grabbing a stipple sponge. Stipple sponges have a bunch of tiny holes in it to create texture. First, I'm swirling into the yellow paint and I'm going to stipple all over my face and prosthetics. There are no rules whatsoever. Now I'm digging into the green paint, still on the stipple sponge, and repeating the same process as I did with the yellow. But since the green and yellow are so close with each other on the color wheel, I kind of use this green as a shadow to the yellow. But I'm still just randomly stippling all over the place, and repeating the stippling process one more time with a brown paint. At the moment, I'm taking a small detail brush and a small amount of black paint and just creating some cracks and giving my bumpy prosthetics some intentional dimension. What do I mean by intentional dimension? This means my prosthetics aren't completely flat on my skin, which is usually a no-no, but if you make it look intentional, no one will ever know you messed up. Plus, we are a decomposing zombie, so nothing needs to be perfect in my world.
If I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense.
And this was the point I thought my mouth was looking a little too bright, so I added a bit more of the black and blended it with the red to create a bigger shadow. Now I'm taking stage blood and applying it all over my mouth, and I even decided to do a few bloody tears down my face, and we are done. This was my first time trying to do SFX makeup before, especially a zombie makeup. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This fake blood is so disgusting. And have a... subscribe!